I
Call this meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Praying for the unrest in South Korea. Thank you. Yes.
See, Mr. President.
Yes, sir. Consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
New business. Closing remarks, and I'd like to invite each person to make a closing remark, and I will close last. So, Helen?
Okay. So over these two years, I have come to appreciate the difficulty of government is so much more difficult than in business. And I have struggled with some of the limitations in that system. And I do appreciate the people in the town who work hard to make things run smoothly in the town. We did miss some opportunities in this council, and I hope that the new council will be more successful in achieving some of those things. Particularly would like to help with like the town council to find some ways to bring some control to all the mandates that are going to the Terre Haute school system without funding. I'd also like to see us expand our bid process to a wider avenue so that we might get more competitive bids when things have to go out for bid. I wish the new council well, and I'd be more than willing to be supportive in any way that I could be with the new members. Thank you.
It's been a long 2 years in some ways and a short 2 years in other ways. I want to personally thank Helen for her steadfastness in her commitment to the platform we ran on. We both proposed many initiatives over the 2 years on council. Unfortunately, a 3-2 vote always loses. We stood by our convictions, and for that, we have no regret. We have the opportunity, this next council, to expand upon economic development, because that's the only way that we're going to really give some tax relief to the average taxpayer here. And my challenge to the new council sitting, we have that beautiful big building that Riverhead is building. It's 200,000 square feet, going to bring in excess of over $200,000 in new tax revenue to the town. I would like to see you take a good step forward, and for a change, instead of spending every dime of new tax revenue that comes in, that this new council will take into consideration the many people that stood at the podium during our tenure that were practically in tears about their taxes and the challenges they had in paying their taxes, because not everybody lives upstream. There are quite a few people that live downstream that we forget about. So I would like to challenge the new council. When that new tax revenue comes in, you don't spend it on pet projects. You give it back to the taxpayers, because if it wasn't for the taxpayers funding and paying for all these commissions, department heads, departments, we wouldn't have any town government at all. A lot of times we forget about the number one person in this town, and that's the taxpayer. I want to thank everybody, town hall employees, a lot of great employees. They do go well over and beyond the call of duty at times. And being an employer for 43 years, I recognize that, and I want to thank them. But again, first and foremost, I want to thank the taxpayers of this town, because they've been paying quite a bit over the years, and I'd like to see them get some relief. Thank you.
I'm next.
All
All right. Over the past few months, I reflected a lot on our council and the work we accomplished together. Council majority put our parties aside to better our community, and I want to thank council, staff, our boards and commission members, and the public for working with us collaboratively. I want to thank town staff, each and every one of you, for being available to answer my questions, on top of your daily tasks. Our clerk's office held 6 elections this year, on top of everything else they already do, and that's a phenomenal accomplishment. Thank you, Erin, for leading that team and the guidance that you provided to council. Thank you, Karen Pinch, for all the tough decisions you've had to make. Thank you to Sean Lacey, our former planner, and Talia Gillette for filling the shoes we thought couldn't be filled. Thank you to Laura Kenyon, Danielle Andrews, Chief Johnson, Chief Barber, Gary Robar, Solicitor Zangari, Tony Santilli, Randy Jem, Kate Schimmel, and so many more. We truly have the best team here in Richmond. I also want to thank my colleagues. Councillor Sheehan, thank you for always showing up with great questions. You treated everyone respectfully when there was disagreement, and I hope you continue to stay involved in local issues. President Trimmer, we were not an easy group to manage, but as president, I think you did the best that anybody could. Thank you for everything. Thank you for listening, and thank you for always treating me the way you want your daughters treated. Vice President Nassani, thank you for 8 consecutive years to our community. 4 consecutive election wins is an amazing accomplishment. It's clear the majority of residents value what you brought to the table, and I hope I speak for everyone when I say please relax and enjoy all the extra time you now have. Finally, thank you to the voters who placed their trust in me for a 2nd term. Over the 50% of the voters reelected me, and I'm grateful and honored. For those of you who didn't vote for me, that's okay. I'll never know whether or not you voted for me, but please understand that as an elected official, I still represent you and your interests. Don't hesitate to reach out to me anytime, especially if we have opposing views. I'm looking forward to the new council being sworn in tonight. I have faith that we'll lead by example for civility and open discussions with kindness, and that example will encourage our community to do the same. Thank you again. Your turn.
Thanks. First and foremost, I want to thank my wife. She is the only reason why I was able to stay here for the past 8 years. She's guided me, kept my tongue in order, kept me from going off of the edge, walking away, leaving it. So you, me, it's always been you and me. Thank you, love. The list of people that I have to thank is long, so I wrote it down. No, I didn't. That'll never change. My prepared speech is in my head. It's changed about 50,000 times, and I'm making it up as I go along right this very second. Dick Millar started me on my journey, and I can't thank him anymore because he's no longer with me, but I can thank his son who just walked in the door. So thank you, Dana, for having an amazing dad who got me into this. It's brought me the ability to find out who I am and given me the ability to find out who the people in our town really are. The amazing pillars that we have throughout our community are countless. All you have to do is sit here for a few minutes and you'll find out who they are. Walk through the upcoming Christmas tree lighting. You'll see people that they just come out of work and they come here. They're DPW workers who volunteer all of their time to the town. It's amazing. Our town is absolutely amazing. Politics aside, you may not like somebody, but you can still have a civil conversation with them. Chief has taught me a lot, and I thank you. To be apolitical, to take your beliefs, to take your ideology, to take everything that you have, push it off to the side and do what's right. Do what's right for the town, do what's right for the people. And that is one of the most powerful things that you can ever have. So thank you, Chief. Karen is my work wife, as my wife would say. Countless hours of conversation with Karen on what we should do, what we shouldn't do, what we'd really like to do, what we'd like to say to some people that we can't. There's a lot of conversation that I hold dear and I appreciate, and I truly appreciate it. I handed her my key on my very first term. Gave it back to her, put it on her desk. And I said, one and done. I can't do this. And I was only a couple of months into the term. So I don't think I can do it, but you can do it. Just stick with it. I did. Then it was 2 and through. Yeah, somehow I got dragged into a third one. And it was 3 and no more for me. And then here I am 4. So 4, no more, I'm done. And I stuck to my guns. I said I wasn't running again, and I'm glad that I didn't, because now there's 5 more people who are very qualified, who are incredible people, who have the heart that is supposed to be where it is, non-political. You sit at this dais, you come here and you do for the town. You are servants. And as long as you keep that in your heart and understand that you are a servant, nothing more, nothing less. We got a couple of bucks to be here, big deal. But you're a servant to the people of this town for everything. They're going to come here, they're going to bitch at you. They're going to come here, they're going to praise you. They're going to come here, they're going to attack you. But you're here for them. You signed up for this. And everything that you're going to do for the next 2 years, you signed up for it. Put your best foot forward. Take your personal beliefs, throw them out the window. When you cross that threshold and you sit here at this dais, you are here for them. If it works for the town, it's great for the town, and it's bad for you, too bad. That's all there is to it. If you take those things and you run with them, you'll be able to do what I'm doing right now and walk away with your head high, knowing that you did the right thing. I thank every single person in this town, whether you voted for me or not, whether you dislike me or not. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you, to serve every single one of you. It's been my greatest honor. My father was proud when I told him before he passed away that I got to serve on the town council. He said, when you're running for governor, so I'm not. But I got to do what I wanted to do, and I got to do it the best that I possibly could. So I say thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. President.
So I don't know how to follow that up.
Pull your microphone closer so everybody hears you.
So I'd like to first thank everyone for putting up with me for 3 terms as a counselor, as council vice president, and council president. I truly, truly appreciate your trust. I'd like to thank all of the people who encouraged me along from both parties, from no party. I'd like to thank Ronnie Newman. I'd like to thank Louise Dinsmore. I would like to thank Joe Reddish, who is not here. I'd like to thank Paul Michaud. Those people encouraged me to run, encouraged me to do a good job, and backed me up. So I'd like to thank those people. I'd like to congratulate the 5 counselors and 2 school committee members that won election. I know that you guys really worked hard, and I'm really, really excited because this is a changing of the guard. It's new people, new blood. Outstanding talent that we're bringing on board. And so I'm very optimistic for the future. I'd like to thank all of the town employees, but single out 3. I single out Karen Pinch, I single out Erin, and I single out the chief as people that were very inspiring to me and that represent the very best of people that would serve a town. I'd like to thank all of the people on the council, all 4 other counselors. We didn't always get along. I think we could have accomplished more if we did. One of the things that I chose to do when I was selected as town council president was I realized that we had a Republican supermajority on the council. And I really felt that Samantha needed to have a voice, and I went above and beyond and made a commitment to the people in the town and to Samantha that she would have a voice regardless of the majority. And so now the inverse is taking place, and we have Jeffrey Dinsmore as the one minority on the council, and I sincerely ask the 4 Democrats to please reciprocate and make sure that Jeffrey has a voice. I wouldn't expect anything less, but I just wanted to mention that. And finally, I'd like to make my recommendation for Samantha Wilcox as the council president for the incoming council. With that, I thank you very much and good night.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Thank you. But also, do you need a motion to recess
Yes.
for the town clerk to finalize our minutes that we just did?
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're in recess.
We're in library now.
So these minutes before you will be, an allowance of us including who makes the motion to accept the minutes and who makes the motion of adjourning and the time of the adjournment, because obviously we can't do this after the fact. Just during your review.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting back to order.
President, move to accept the minutes to the meeting.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Like,
Slowest motion ever.
Wanna go?
Okay.
So good evening, everybody. We're going to start with the Charahoe School Committee, and we are going to do one member at a time, starting with the highest vote getter, and we're going to proceed with that fashion for town council. So would Ms. Purcell please stand up? If you would just take a place right in the middle. If anybody here as family members would like pictures, certainly we're going to live stream that, but the better angle is from over here, okay? So Ms. Purcell, if you would state your name and raise your right hand.
Jessica Purcell.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and obey the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Rhode Island, and that you will observe the charter and the ordinances of the town of Richmond, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ms. Reynolds, you are next.
Here you go, video.
Please raise your right hand and state your name. Karen Reynolds. Do you solemnly swear that you will support and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Rhode Island, and that you will observe the charter, the ordinances of the town of Richmond, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office?
I will.
Congratulations. So school committee members, we're gonna administer the oath unless you guys are ready to leave, or I mean, we'll stamp those for later, sorry. So next we are gonna start with the town council, and Chief Johnson will administer the oath for Ms. Wilcox. Chief Johnson.
Hi, Senator Wilcox. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I state your name.
Okay. Oh, Samantha.
Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Rhode Island, that I will observe the charter and ordinances of the town of Richmond, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office.
I will.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Reynolds, it's your turn. Please raise your right hand and state your name.
Mark Reynolds,
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Rhode Island, and that you will observe the charter and the ordinances of the town of Richmond, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office?
I will.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Mr. Palmigano?
Both of us.
Yes.
Oh, Charles.
Yes. You want me to hold the coffin?
Please, thank you.
Jim, please state your name.
Jim Palmisano.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and the Constitution and laws of the state of Rhode Island, and that you will observe the charter and the ordinances of the town of Richmond, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office?
I do.
Congratulations.
I don't know who else
Mr.
to add
Magnet?
there.
Some family members here.
Oh, yeah, they're a big part of this.
Please raise your right hand. State your name, please.
Daniel Madnick,
Do you solemnly swear that you will support and obey the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Rhode Island, and that you will observe the charter and the ordinances of the town of Richmond, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office?
yes, I will.
Congratulations. And then you're in for it.
Okay, sir. Your right hand is already raised. Please state your name.
Jeffrey Dinsmore,
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Rhode Island? That you will observe the charter and ordinances of the town of Richmond, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of that office? I will. Congratulations.
Thank you, and will the new council please resume any seat up front here?
no.
Seems a good seat because nobody can see your face.
I know. My red face. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who cares?
Everybody ready? I get to only do this every 2 years. And I will open the floor for nominations for president.
I have a nomination. I nominate Samantha Wilcox to be a council president. Over the past 2 years, she knows the issues that have come before the council and how they've been handled. She knows what works with running the meetings and what didn't work with running the meetings. She's clearly open to hearing from everybody and getting everyone's opinion. And I feel she will be best suited to keep us on task, but make sure that everyone has a voice and be heard. So I support her as president.
Second, discussion? Unless that was already discussion.
That was my discussion.
Maybe,
Any other nominations for president?
what's that?
Are there any other nominations?
I nominate Mark Reynolds.
I appreciate the sentiment, Jeff. I would respectfully decline. I feel
Absolutely.
Samantha would be best suited, but I do appreciate the,
You're welcome.
Any further discussion?
I just would like to second what Mark had said about Samantha. So I was on council 2020 to 2022, and I can remember meeting an energized, focused volunteer for the dog park committee. And I think from the first time I met Samantha, I knew not only would we have a brand new dog park, but I would see amazing things from her. And I just want to thank her for not only her energy and that, but also throughout the campaign, the organization, the collaboration, the energy, the attention to detail. I feel like I need to say the attention to detail twice, was fantastic. So thank you for all of that.
Any further nominations or discussions? I'll close the floor for nominations. So we have a nomination of Counselor Samantha Wilcox with a second. So all those in favor?
Aye.
No.
Congratulations. Thank you. If you want to resume the role of chair, you'll take over for the nominations of Tracy's.
Yeah, please. Musical chairs.
Awesome. Ooh, Mark was a little taller than I am apparently. We've shut down. Just want to take a second to say thank you all for the nomination and the appointment to presidency. I really appreciate it and I look forward to working with you all. So with that, can we have some nominations for town council vice president?
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Mark Reynolds for vice president.
Second.
Thank you. Any other nominations? Awesome. So with that, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, no. Next, do we have, oh, you're welcome. Next, do we have a motion to adjourn, anybody?
So moved. Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.